Good afternoon, everyone. This is Christian with PerfectStockAlert.com. Today is Monday, June 14th, 2010. I'd like to congratulate everybody who did not fall for this pump and dump low volume gap up rally this morning and shorted it because you were right and you got somebody's money. So well done, well done. Check out this market and I'll show you what's going on. I want to start by looking at the VIX. The VIX runs the opposite of the overall markets. If you're seeing bear signals in the overall markets, you should be seeing bull signals on the VIX, okay? This is a volatility index. It's a 6-month chart. Each one of these candlesticks is a day. And you'll notice here you've got an oversold condition of the slow stock. She's at 613. Unless you think she goes into negative numbers and she doesn't, you need to start looking for a bounce here. You've got a hammer signal formation. It's a buy signal. You've got a congestion of support lines here. You've got, let me get the tool out. You've got the previous resistance is now acting as support. That's proper. You've got the support to be provided by the 50-day moving average, by the lower Bollinger Band line, and by this 200-day moving average here. All these things are going to act as support, as you know, and when it's just one, they can break through them a lot easier than when there's multiples. Okay, and so you've got a whole bunch of congestion right here providing support, and that's a really good place to be doing your buying. In fact, I would buy this guy with the blindfold on. Whatever tomorrow's open is, I'd buy that and anything lower. Plain and simple. Okay, you've got a gap up here, it's got to fill, and no inverted hammer up here telling you this is not the top. Okay, this is not the peak. So I'd be looking for more downside in the overall markets and more upside in the VIX. Today's activity on the chart, you cannot ignore a day like today. This is a very bearish signal right here. It's called an inverted hammer. Looks like an arrow pointing down or an upside down hammer. And it's very bearish, not something you want to see if you're a bull. And you've got lots of them on the chart here. Everything that the chart's telling you is right now get out. There's only 3 ways to time a market exit, okay, and we're going to show them to you. The first one, of course, is going to be your divergences. They'll show up first, and you've got the lower lows of an indicator telling you that the market's rolling over here by some measurement, depending on the indicator you're using. In this particular case, we're showing you the slow stodge. And during this time that this was trending lower, price was actually trending higher. That tells you that the upside here was a lie. You need to be getting out. And had you listened to that indicator or perfectstockalert.com, you would have known to get out or short, and you would have made a ton of money. Another indication you might use, and the second, I should say, is the trend lines. Once a trend line has broken, that's what a lot of guys use. They'll say, okay, we're trending up like this, and once they sell off, they'll say, okay, now get out of your long positions. Well, now you're trying to get out on the downside, and I'm not a big fan of using them as my primary indicator. I just kind of use them as secondary. But we can use them a little bit better than some guys would tell you that when they start piercing like this, here, here, and here. If you go back and watch our videos, we told you during that time period that they're piercing, and that's a preemptive sign that this is going to break down shortly. And sure enough, boom, there she goes. Okay. The last item you can look for whenever you're looking at trying to time from a technical perspective any call is the candlestick formation right there. Okay. You have an inverted hammer, an inverted hammer. Let's see, that one was one. I think on the NASDAQ you saw an inverted here. You didn't quite invert. You had one here, and then today you've got one right there. Why am I showing you this? My point here is to say that anybody out there is trying to tell you, okay, I agree with your overall bearish thesis, but I think your timing's off. I'm going to time it a little bit better than you do. Okay, that's it. You have no other indication to look for. I mean, right now you are flying blind if you're going long. Everything is the market has told you get out. If you get caught tomorrow by, let's say you wake up tomorrow morning and Japan is, defaulted on their debt or something like that, whatever the case might be, you can't say, well, I didn't know. The market was telling you, okay? Now, a lot of novice guys out there will try to overtime it, all right? That's a mistake. You don't want to do that. You listen to anybody, Warren Buffett, George Soros, any really good trader, smart money will tell you they cannot determine the exact peak. Why? Because they're traders. They're not God, okay? So you don't try to find the exact, final update to the last penny. That's why there's that saying in the market, only liars and fools actually call the peaks. So in this case, you need to just short the bounce. And some guys are out there telling us, well, we disagree. We think you should be more trading this stuff. Well, let me show you what smart money's doing, okay? Smart money's smart. They have a lot of money, and whenever they move, you can see them, all right? They started shorting back here. You can see them right there. Big volume because they have big dollars. They're sneaking in right here, shorting more and more as they get further along, and still shorting. And you'll notice dumb money's the only ones buying this market. There's the guys that haven't done the research or don't know any better, and they're buying the up days. Okay, it's very weak volume. But what you'll notice is smart money's not covering to play a bounce. If they were, you'd see big volume right here. Okay, you'd see a big day of buy covering right there, but you're not seeing that. And you're not seeing that because they're holding those short positions. That's the same thing we're doing here at perfectstockalert.com. Same thing we're recommending. It's so simple, all right? If you get out there and you try to overtrade, you're going to be wrong more times than you're going to be right. You're going to end up getting caught with your pants down, and those little gains that you make are going to end up being taken away from you on the big moves. Remember, it's really difficult to try to time yourself or say, okay, now is the exact time to shift when you got stuff like this that can happen overnight. Okay, just one big fell swoop. They call it a flash crash or whatever, but it's smart money exiting. When they move, it's painful, and the reason why we told you this was coming before it happened, we didn't know it was going to fall that fast, but the reason why you knew this was going to happen is because this entire rally dating back to March has been low volume. So when the selling starts, it doesn't have any there's no meat to the rally, so it's really easy for it to just fall apart. Okay, and a lot of people got their fingers over the sell button, so it's really fast to get those flash crashes, and you can see another one. So just stay on guard and short the move higher. Another reason to not try to trade in and out in this case. Back in 2008, the government just came out one day and said, oh, by the way, no shorting. That could happen again. So anybody who was short prior to that was able to hold that short. Anybody who tried to short thereafter had a hard time doing so. Another reason, brokers can only allow you to short or can only sell you the option of being short. They can only short a percentage of the overall stocks they're holding long. So the longer this thing sells off, the fewer stocks they have in that pool, and the fewer that they can allow you to short. Okay, and it gets gobbled up more and more and more. So there's just too many reasons not to do that. On top of that, any fundamental news, we gave you 30 reasons video a while back about 30 reasons to sell stocks now. Any of those fundamental reasons could blow up in your face overnight, and poof, all of a sudden the market's gapped down, 200 points or something like that. Some monster thing has happened, and now you're left holding the bag wondering, how do I get in? Is it gone too far? I mean, don't do that to yourself. Short the cheap stuff. Whenever you get a sell signal in the market, he's giving you an opportunity right now. That's how you do this game, okay? It's not some, magical pixie dust. It's look at the charts, read the charts, look at your fundamentals, and add it all up. At the end of the day, you've got to be a bear, okay? If you don't know how to short, don't worry about that. Check out, look into some ETFs that do the inverse of the overall markets. Check out TZA. It's a really good pick. One of our members was talking about. I'm going to cover that today in our free market analysis. I mean, on the free alert. We provide an alert every night and they're always free. So check that out. We're going to go over the alert and then go over all the emails we've been getting from people asking us to check out silver and check out gold and check out this and that. So definitely check that out every night. Okay. Awesome. All right, let's have a look at our disclaimer. If you haven't been to our free website at perfectstockalert.com, you are missing out. All we ask in return is you refer a friend. Tell somebody about perfectstockalert.com. If you like our service, you want it to stay free, we need your support. A week ago, we had 800 subscribers on our YouTube channel. Now we have over 1,200, and that is because you guys are sharing our videos on the internet, you're telling your friends about our service, and you're subscribing to our YouTube channel. If you guys keep doing that, we're going to be able to bring you some awesome services in the future, and it's will be 100% free. Stayed that way, okay? But everybody's got to keep working to get this thing up to the point that the ad revenue pays for the cost of the service. Right now, it does not do that. It's costing me thousands of dollars every month to do this, and I don't mind doing it as long as we're growing and moving forward, because I know at some point we'll actually, break even. Okay, so thank you for your support. Let's keep that up. Stay short this market. God bless. Enjoy the evening.